Read all about it, sir. Hurricane Herbert, storm of the century.
A storm. That's the least of my worries. Change. Everything's changing. Always changing. What's a Joe supposed to do? You take a new case and it's all you can do to be prepared for whatever it throws your way. The only thing you can know is whatever it's tossed at you won't make any kind of sense butt up against the last thing. It's the change, you see. I've been hired to locate some kind of ancient book. Supposed to have inside of it the kind of stuff makes a Joe's guts turn salt and sallow. Real type mystical mumbo jumbo, which I guess explains the weirdo cults popping up all over Darkham. You know something's left of center when the folks hiring you want to keep themselves all secret-like. Cash is cash, though, and I could really use the milk. That's something doesn't change. Put some weight on my man in rare and forbiddens. The kind of pressure makes a Joe's stomach jackflip, and he points me at this dark and ancient library. Dark and ancient? Huh. What's not dark and ancient in Darkham? Damn. Most times, the new is just as bad as the old. Sometimes. Well, here it is. Miskatonic Library. Not the, friendliest place in town. And this town and friendly ain't even in the same zip code. Darkham. Horrible hellhole. Never thought I'd stick around when I came here 23 years ago. She was local, young and unstable, and I was probably too much to handle. Then she left me with an empty bottle of 81 proof and a broken heart. My gut instinct was telling me I could look at everything a second time, glean extra information that might be useful, or not. The brooding, festering horror of the ancient town. Weird, that just popped into my head from nowhere. A sea of rotting roof tiles, decaying masonry, and who knows what dormant evils. Darkham. Horrible hellhole. Never thought I'd stick around when I came here 23 years ago. She was local, and then she... Not nearly as badly lit as the name would suggest, but more than compensating on the creepy scale. Surprisingly colorful here and there, but I didn't let that fool me. The town had been bubbling with occult activity for a while, and I was about to look deep into it. Like a sea of ugly, decrepit, tile-covered whales. You know, they really have a vegetation problem out here. It's like these crazy vines are strangling the edifice in a real symbolic way, you know? Crescent moon, shining down on the horrid husk of a town that is Darkham. I guess we can use all the light we can get in this dump. Looks like some kind of gargoyle, swallowed almost whole by those dead vines. I'd love to blame it on modern art, but this is really ancient stuff. It's just creepy as hell. There's tiny graffiti on it. Stay in school. I guess it's an advice column. The Pillars of Knowledge. Or just, supporting masonry. There are pretty big things I'm willing to carry around, but columns ain't one of them. They really went out of their way to make this place as creepy as possible. I'll bet the common Joe doesn't even know what a bas relief is. I'd wonder exactly what that bass needs relief from. The oppressive, stagnant atmosphere of Darkham. A drudging, boring life stuck in a library interior. An uncertain future in the face of an uncaring populace. The ridiculousness of this fish pun? I don't know. No one can be Sturgeon. Who gives a carp? Rows and rows of moldy old books. For some reason, they seem particularly unattractive. The more I look at them, the less interesting they get. The joy of reading. Those look like the exception. That's where folks get strange, ancient diseases by flipping the wrong pages with their bare fingers. Wear protection. Goes for libraries, too. Nobody there. Looks like it's just me and this librarian fella. It's a dusty old book. Its title's really hard to read. A very convenient treatise on the order voodoo magic ingredients should be used in. Useless garbage. It's the popular book section. Apparently, all Daniel Maroon novels. You know, Vatican mysteries and all that. Daniel Maroon's anathemic adventures. Daniel Maroon's blood-boiling baptism. Daniel Maroon's clerical conundrums. Daniel Maroon's deacon's debauchery. Sounds spicy. Daniel Maroon's Eucharistical enigmas. Daniel Maroon's Fathers in Fedoras. My personal favorite. It's like that strange, tentacled beast is watching me. That thing is very unnerving. I feel like poking it in its plaster eyes. That desk is literally blocking my access to knowledge. A little on the plain and ugly side, too. If my detective cylinders aren't misfiring, that's gotta be the librarian. Who would grab and stick to this kind of job in this kind of place? They must have fishhooked them. Free internet'll do that to a Joe. This librarian looks a few centuries short of the age requirement. Evening.
Good evening, sir.
So, how's things in the library business?
Can't complain. It's a living.
Those electronic books hitting you folks hard these days?
Nah, not really. People don't tend to read much at all anymore, so it's all the same to us.
Interesting library you got here. Is it old?
Yeah, pretty old.
It's old, huh? How old?
Like really, really old. You might even say it's ancient.
Ancient, huh? How ancient?
It was established by one Jeremiah Orne in, 18... A really, really long time ago.
Huh. Thanks for the info.
Sure.
The name's Ktype. Don Archetype. Here to see about a book.
Well, you've come to the right place.
Yeah, it's called the Necronomicon. Do you have it?
Oh, that book. Yeah, let me check. Yeah, they're all lent. All versions of it.
There's more than one?
Why, sure. You've got your, oh, wait. You're talking about the real Necronomicon, aren't you? Yeah, no, sorry, that doesn't actually exist.
Doesn't exist, huh? My employer seems to think otherwise.
An ancient grimoire full of arcane writings that could summon powerful demonic entities and potentially fold reality onto itself? We don't really carry that kind of stuff here. Chances are, it's nothing but a myth, Mr. Ktype.
You, wouldn't happen to be intentionally trying to conceal it from me, would you?
I'm just a librarian, sir. As far as I know, the real Necronomicon is a myth. Sorry to disappoint you. You haven't been the first to come and ask about it, and you probably won't be the last. Definitely our most popular and existent book.
Who else has been interested in it?
Everyone, from excitable teenagers to these freaky cultist types that seem to crop up everywhere in the last few months. And just when you thought Darkham couldn't get any weirder, these clowns come along and prove you so wrong.
What can you tell me about these cultists?
They come in all shapes and sizes, can't really tell them apart. I mean, it's not like they waltz in here dressed up in ceremonial robes or anything, but you can tell from the way they speak, they're not all there.
Aren't you a bit young to be a librarian?
Look, I can tell you come from a different era, but between you and me, that's straight up ageist.
Oh, really? And that, different era business ain't?
Touché, Mr. Ktype. I'm a student, it's a job, it's quiet, it pays the bills.
Aren't you a bit too old to be a student?
I like the cut of your jib. That's something your type would say, right?
My type? Now look here, son.
There it is again.
Ugh. Excuse me just a minute.
Sure.
No such thing as the Necronomicon, you say? Mind if I, snoop around your collections a little while?
I don't mind personally. You'd have to talk to Mr. Orne about the rare books department, though. At the moment, he's really busy with some new arrivals upstairs, so you'd have to wait a while. But, sir, waste of time, really. That book is just a legend. An ugly, ugly legend.
I didn't catch your name, Mr.
Kerwin. Buzz Kerwin.
That's an interesting surname, and an accent that I can't quite place.
Yeah, I'm half Romanian. My mom was born in Transylvania. I kept her family name because it sounds cool, you know?
Never get teased because of that?
No. For Buzz, on the other hand, plenty.
All right, Mr. Kerwin. I guess I'll have to wait. There's a thing on the doorstep there. Looks like a package. It ain't for my nose, but I could, pass it on to the librarian. It's, Buzz, the librarian. I found this thing on the doorstep. Were you expecting a package?
No, not really. Let's see it. There's a note here. Oh, it's for you.
For me? What does it say?
Too long have you meddled in our business, K-type. Here's your chance at a bright future for a change. Muhahahaha. Is it me or is this thing ticking? Mr. K-type! He's gone.
Was that you making all that racket, Kerwin?
No, Mr. Orange, sir. Someone set up a bomb in here. I was about to call the police.
Nonsense! You call this a bomb? You should have seen Dresden, son! Now that was some firepower right there! Clean up a little, will ya?
Okay, sir. It's Mr. K-type's shoe. Well, I feel like I should call him Don now that we've been through this together. It's Don's shoe. It's Don's shoe. It's all he's left behind. Well, at least that thing took some damage. I think it's a little loose now. There's a weird glow emanating from behind it. What the? It's sure to fall off and kill someone whenever the next earthquake hits. That monstrous cracked medallion is literally an accident waiting to happen. I just realized how long I've actually wanted to do this. Don sends his regards, ugly. Is this what Don was after? This looks nothing like the other editions. Creep factor just went up 200%. Who'd hide it up there and why? You're coming with me, weird book. I never thought I'd actually say this, but the necronomicon feels weird in my pants. Oh boy, what an evening. Think, Buzz, think. Don's been kidnapped. The police are a bunch of corrupt and incompetent tools. What do I do? Well, Orn can close up for the night. Things are way too messed up to stick around. The best thing to do is retreat to the bus cave, clear my head, and see what this strange book is all about. Okay, safely home. What the hell was all that about? Is this really happening? Am I really talking out loud to myself? What is this book? God, I need to stop talking to myself. I sound crazy. Kitty, should I open this thing and see what's written in it? What do you say? You're a lot of help. Okay, might as well take a peek. Yeah, kashaptu zi dinger kampa, per Adonai Methatron. What the? This is genuinely becoming really scary now, and I'm all alone. What do I do, Kitty? God, I wish you could talk back for once. Okay, I know I've been saying everything felt weird before, but that was really, really weird. Something feels very different now.
as much as I hate agreeing with you, something does feel very different now.
I know, right? Maybe reading that out loud wasn't such a good idea, huh?
It sure seems so.
Right? I mean... Whoa, wait. Are you actually talking back to me?
Took you a while, huh? I feel like we were in a much more productive place a few moments ago. You know, analyzing the situation. Maybe working toward a solution?
You talk.
I stand corrected. You seem to have a firm grip on the situation.
But how?
You just read an incantation and then wished out loud that I could talk back. So...
This is wrong. This can't be happening. This is wrong. Wait, I know. I'll just find the spell or whatever it is and reread it and reverse this. That should work, right?
You're not really expecting any kind of relevant answer from me, are you?
Right? I mean... Oh, what the... It's gone. I can't find it anywhere. This was definitely the page I read it from, but there's different text on it now. What the... Should I read it out loud? Wait, sorry. I wasn't considering your point of view here. Do you want to be a...
Talking cat? Please don't take this the wrong way, but that's a resounding and definitive no. I just don't want your kind of problems, man. My deal is sleeping, eating, and generally being decorative.
I can get behind that. Okay, here goes. Balagu beldirigu baga ka kampa. I wish Kitty would go back to normal. Did it work?
Darn it, can't even meow right anymore. I think it's safe to say it hasn't.
Oh boy, this is a problem. By the way, Kitty, nice to meet you.
We've known each other for years, dude.
Kitty, is that what I call you?
Haven't you been doing it for years already? Dumbest name possible if you ask me, but I don't care either way. I don't need one.
So, are you gonna stick around?
No, I'm gonna walk the earth like Caine in Kung Fu. You'll stick around and undo this. You really think I want to be like you for the rest of my life?
That's gotta be racist or something.
We're not even the same species. We need to find a way to reverse this, so get to thinking.
Yeah, you're right. I'm on it. That's our tiny fridge. It's usually either full of Lemon's dubious cooking or completely empty. Hey, it's not completely empty. It's a can of Dr. Fisher, produced exclusively with Fishmatheria water. That ensures my lips will never go anywhere near it. I prefer Poopsie. Gonna grab this. It's our oven. I'm deathly afraid of it. Long story. Look, I'm afraid to touch the thing. I have this long-running fear of leaving the gas on, and then the dorm explodes, and I'm not even slowly walking away from it. I just stand there in tears. No. Hey, Kitty, think you can open that oven for me real quick and take a peek inside?
Sure thing, boss. As soon as I grow opposable thumbs, you're gonna have to man up and do it yourself. Come on, Buzz. You can do it, dude.
I can?
Yeah, it's just fear. Stupid fear.
Yes! And fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger...
Open the damn oven, Kerwin!
Yeah, yes, yep. I did it! Hey, and there's Lemon's key. Oh, and there's a cookie in here. A suspicious one. I think I'll take it, for sustenance.
Ugh, I would not recommend you eat that.
I'll take it either way. It's our one and only treasured lighter. Well, Lemon's lighter. I'm kind of afraid of working the stove or oven. Gonna grab this for a while. My tablet. It's been charging for 2 days now. Dead as, well, dead. No use. It's dead. That's Kitty. My, Kitty. Yeah, I know. Not the most imaginative name.
Totally understandable.
Really?
Yes, really. If I were called Buzz, I'd be reluctant to get creative when naming anyone, too.
Touché, pussycat. I'd say she looks cute, but she's within earshot.
Stop.
They're not toys, okay? I don't play with them.
Well...
I don't like this new situation at all. What's left of my once impressive action figure collection? I guess I'm growing or something. Scenic Transylvania. That's where my roots are. Man, I hope I get to visit someday. Okay, I've got to get my head back in the game. That's Ron Dilbert. He's really grumpy. That's been there since Lemon left for that esoteric retreat. I'm frankly afraid to touch it. Whatever was in it has probably grown more powerful with time. Beyond this impenetrable portal adorned with god-awful decorations lies Lemon's Shangri-La. He's such a hippie it hurts, me mostly. Lemon's locked the door when he left for that esoteric retreat, and of course he has no phone signal or internet. Great. I have a feeling somewhere inside this horribly over-decorated piece of furniture lies what we're looking for. My eyes, they water. It's locked. I know it's locked. It's always locked. It's one of those tiny cute guitars. It's cute. Oh, that's gaudy. Hey, looks like there's something under this. What do you know? A pair of scissors. It's a book Lemon left open. Well, let's see here. Page on the left says, a compass is a magnetized pin floating in a solution. It's not the 1700s anymore, Lemon. Jeez, what a Luddite. page on the right says, Invisible ink. Use lemon juice to write secret messages on paper. Only you will be able to then read them by bringing the paper close to a source of heat. Note, make that a source of mild heat, not open flame. I think it's supposed to be a fertility idol. Kinda scary if you ask me. I would not sleep with that thing above my head, I'll tell you that. Alright, Kitty, I have a feeling the notebook we're looking for is somewhere inside this locked closet. I can't really think of a way to open it.
Couldn't you just randomly combine some household items into a makeshift key or something?
I'm sure I could, but I was thinking maybe you could shoulder this particular burden.
Let's not make a habit of this. Ugh, this patchouli stink is giving me dizzy spells. Oh, here it is. I haven't done that since I was a kitten. Still got it.
Yay! The pages are all blank. What am I missing here? Let's moderately heat this baby. Yes! It worked! Lemon, one too many cheesy detective novels. Alright, Kitty. Now let's see this list here. Woo! I think I got it. How's VG for all your supernatural needs sound? And there's the address. We're practically neighbors.
It's the best option we've got so far.
There's something I'm not sure I mentioned before. This detective that was looking for the necronomicon, Dawn, got kidnapped right in front of me.
Oh, right, you've mentioned it. Let's go.
But we've gotta try and rescue him.
All right. Do you know who kidnapped him?
I guess we have no lead yet.
Lead. Sam Spade over here. You know how you humans always stereotype us as being selfish?
Sorry about that.
Don't be, because in my case, that's exactly how it is. I'm sorry, but I could give a kitten's fluffy tale about your detective friend. My main worry right now is my own predicament. Why didn't you call the police or something?
Oh, Darkham PD, only the most corrupt and despicable organization in town. Makes these cultists look like fuzzy bunnies nibbling on baby carrots by comparison. No, we're on our own.
Interesting imagery. Anyway, your friend Don's on his own too. It's a catty-cat world out there.
How about we keep him as objective B, alright?
Whatever makes me A works for me. Let's roll, Marlowe.
Alright. Any cool battle cry-like words before we embark on it?
I'm a little hungry, and I'm afraid my fur's going to get all matted in these filthy streets. Sorry, you were saying?
I was thinking more like time for, you know, whatever adrenaline-pumping music kids listen to these days.
Time for Bossa Nova!
Let's get on with it.
Meow.